I am so emotional simply because I have seen the light.
There is one thing we can't really understand about Terry Crews. After so many struggles in his life, how has the actor managed not only to get through them, but also become who he is now? The icon of positivity, the emotional man who is not ashamed to cry, a human who doesn't fear to share his very personal stories. And here are just some of them. Before we start, be sure to prepare your tissues and subscribe to our channel. The actor had a traumatic childhood growing up with an alcoholic father who was constantly beating up his mother. Little Terry, aged around 5, felt hopeless looking at all this and unable to protect his mom.
It's my father hitting my mother in the face as hard as he could, and she gets knocked out. What is he gonna do to me?
He wanted to be anywhere, just not around the horrible man who was terrorizing them both. Living in a nightmare every day of his life, the Brooklyn Nine-Nine star confessed to wetting his bed until he was 14. Crews trained hard to get strong and sporty and eventually became a football player. And not just a football player, but a successful one. He played in the NFL after graduating from college. He played for 6 years for the Los Angeles Rams, San Diego Chargers, Washington Redskins, and Philadelphia Eagles, before retiring in 1997. He would explain later how the life of an athlete shaped his mentality. The NFL kind of set me up with I had a sense of entitlement. Everyone loves you. Everyone says you're the man. You're part of this whole cult of masculinity. What Crews didn't realize at that point is that those things are gone after you quit. Now he had to become an ordinary civilian. The transition period threw him into a depression. Crews coped with it by turning to unhealthy food and gaining 30 pounds, until one day, Terry's wife Rebecca gently pinched his back fat, which got him furious.
Fine! I'm not better. These nibs are just too damn delicious.
But Crews was furious with himself, and at that point, realized that eating didn't help him deal with emotions, and it was time to hit the gym. After football, Crews said he later turned to a career in acting because he was literally hungry.
Terry needs nutrients.
I was hungry, your stomach is growling, and you realize these kids gotta eat. And you're like, man, I'm gonna act. I'm gonna cry on screen. Of course, it wasn't as easy as it sounds. Terry basically had to change the way he thinks about life and opportunities, turning each and every sad event into positivity. After a while, Crews became one of our favorite TV guys, grabbing one hit role after another. Or it's better to say, making every role a hit role with his brilliant performance.
Hey, baby. Whoa, 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 hey!
In 2018, the famous actor made a very emotional speech that came out as a complete shock for his colleagues and millions of fans. Encouraged by the movement #MeToo, associated with stories of alleged women abuse in the entertainment industry by powerful men, Crews shared his own story dating back to 2016.
I was sexually assaulted by a successful Hollywood agent.
According to Crews, the man was groping him at a party where Crews was with his wife. The actor said that he was tempted to retaliate, but was worried how the incident would be reported and feared he would go to jail. Crews alleged, 240-pound black man stomps out Hollywood honcho would be the headline the next day. He said he didn't go public over various reasons. He feared no one would believe him and that the police would just laugh over the case. Responding to the speech, some colleagues mocked Crews, wondering why he, being such a big-muscled man, couldn't just push the agent back.
I think it's hard for me to think that a dude with all those muscles can't tell an agent to not touch his ass.
It looks like instead of hearing the message Crews wanted to deliver, some heard him complain. However, now the 51-year-old is never afraid to speak up about his own issues. Crews finds it important to go public to let people, and especially men, know that problems tend to escalate if no action is taken.
Group hug, nigga.
In 2016, Crews revealed on his multi-million Facebook page that he used to be addicted to pornography and even entered a rehab to get rid of his problem.
It really messed up my life in a lot of ways.
Crews realized that pornography changed the way he treated people, like objects. By telling his personal stories, the actor encourages fans to be open for discussion and for changing mindsets. Another incredible thing about Terry is that in every interview, he doesn't miss a chance to thank his wife for being his support and not letting him give up. Never.
You know what? She put up with me. I'll be honest with you. She stood in there
We can only guess how many people have already been inspired to become better versions of themselves, and how many are yet to face their problems. But we know for sure that Cruz is unstoppable in his desire to make this world a nicer place for everyone. That's all for today. If you like this video, subscribe to our channel.